You have been told that heaven is far away, that it waits for you after you die, that it will make right what is wrong here. I tell you the truth. If heaven were only later, then nothing I say matters now. Look around you. If heaven is only a place after death, then the hungry may remain hungry, the powerful may remain comfortable, and the crushed may be told to endure. That is not good news. That is delay. Heaven is not somewhere you escape to. It is what happens when God's way of living is allowed to rule among people. That is why I say, the kingdom of heaven is near. Not because time is short, but because change is required. You ask who belongs in this kingdom. Not the rich who hoard, not the rulers who love their seats, not the pious who perform goodness but refuse sacrifice. Blessed are the poor, not because poverty is holy, but because they already know this world is broken. Blessed are those who hunger, not for reward later, but for justice now. Blessed are those who refuse violence, not because they are weak, but because they will not become what they oppose. Do not store up wealth as if it were life itself. What you keep while your neighbor lacks will testify against you. Money rots faster than bread. You cannot serve both God and wealth. One will command you, and the other you will ignore. If heaven were later, I could allow this contradiction. But heaven is among you, so I cannot. You have heard it said, an eye for an eye. That is the wisdom of rulers who need permission to punish. I say to you, do not repay violence with violence, not because harm is acceptable, but because retaliation feeds the same machine that crushes you. When you refuse to strike back, you force the truth into the open. The oppressor must either stop or reveal himself fully. This is not submission. This is exposure. You say, who is my neighbor? I will tell you. Your neighbor is the one your system forgets, the one your laws step over, the one your religion avoids. If your faith does not cross boundaries, it is decoration. If your morality costs you nothing, it is theater. You clean the outside of the cup, you recite the right words, you build monuments to prophets you would silence if they stood here now. You say, we would have listened. Listen now. If you love order more than people, if you protect institutions more than lives, if you call cruelty necessary, then you are already choosing against heaven. Do not pray for heaven to come later, while refusing it now. When debts are forgiven, heaven draws near. When the powerful serve, heaven draws near. When the sick are cared for, heaven draws near. When enemies are refused the excuse of hatred, heaven draws near. And when these things do not happen, do not speak to me of faith. You ask about judgment. Judgment is not thunder after death. Judgment is truth revealed. The proud will be lowered. The hidden will be seen. The excuses will fail. Not because God is cruel, but because reality cannot be lied to forever. Why do you think they will kill me? Not because I speak of heaven, but because I speak of who rules. Empires tolerate prayers. They do not tolerate alternatives. If heaven were only later, I would be harmless. But because I say heaven belongs here, because I say the poor are first, because I say power must kneel, I am dangerous. So hear this clearly. Do not wait for heaven. Do not postpone justice. Do not spiritualize suffering. Choose the kingdom now, or you will always choose it never. Those who have ears, let them hear.